French Bulldogs just claimed America's #1 spot for the third straight year, overthrowing the Labrador Retriever's incredible 31-year reign. But this compact breed with the signature bat ears didn't just stumble into popularity. They've been climbing steadily from 14th place in 2012 to complete dominance today. And their journey from English working dogs to luxury companions reveals why they've captured America's heart. That meteoric rise started with an unlikely migration story in the 1800s. English workers displaced by the Industrial Revolution left Nottingham for Normandy, bringing along their small toy bulldogs. Dogs that English breeders considered defective because their ears stood upright instead of folding properly. By 1860, so few toy bulldogs remained in England that the breed had essentially vanished from its birthplace.
What the English saw as flaws, those distinctive bat ears and compact frames, the French embraced as charming features. The small bulldog type gradually became recognized as a distinct breed and received a name: the Bulldog Français, literally meaning French bulldog, though the name also cleverly combined boule, ball, and dogue, mastiff.
These weren't just working-class companions anymore. The dogs became highly fashionable among Parisian society ladies, artists, writers, and fashion designers. The breed's status as a symbol of Parisian culture and artistic sophistication was cemented when artists like Edgar Degas and Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec included French bulldogs in their paintings. The transformation was complete. Unwanted English rejects had become the toast of Paris, setting the stage for their eventual conquest of American hearts over a century later. The breed's journey to America sparked an international controversy that would define French bulldogs forever. Society ladies first exhibited Frenchies in 1896 at Westminster, and a Frenchie appeared on the cover of the 1897 Westminster Catalogue, even though it wasn't yet an approved AKC breed. At that show, both bat-eared and rose-eared dogs were exhibited, but the English judge selected only the rose-eared specimens. The judge preferred the traditional folded rose ears that matched English bulldog standards, completely ignoring the distinctive upright bat ears that American society ladies had championed. This sparked immediate action. American fanciers quickly organized the French Bulldog Club of America on April 5, 1897, and drew up a breed standard allowing only the bat ear. These weren't casual enthusiasts. They were wealthy individuals with significant social standing who had invested heavily in their bat-eared companions. The conflict escalated at the 1898 Westminster Show. Americans discovered that classes for both bat-eared and rose-eared dogs would be judged despite the new breed standard. They withdrew their dogs, refused to participate, and organized their own show exclusively for bat-eared dogs at the Waldorf Astoria. This wasn't merely about dog shows, it was about establishing a breed worth extraordinary sums. In the early 20th century, French bulldogs commanded prices up to $3,000, with ownership concentrated among influential families like the Rockefellers and J.P. Morgans. That $3,000 price tag in 1900 equals roughly $110,000 in today's dollars, making French bulldogs among the most expensive luxury items available. The American Kennel Club recognized the breed shortly after the club's formation, and by 1906, the French Bulldog ranked as the 5th most popular dog breed in America. The American aristocracy had successfully transformed those defective English rejects into the ultimate status symbol, establishing a precedent for luxury dog ownership that would persist for generations. So those American fanciers literally withdrew their dogs from Westminster over the ear controversy. Would you pick the upright bat ears that won America over? or the folded rose ears that the English judge preferred? Comment your answer below. Now let's see how this aristocratic status symbol transformed into today's perfect apartment companion. French Bulldogs have precise specifications that emerged from those aristocratic breeding battles. The AKC weight limit remains exactly 28 pounds maximum. Any heavier, and a dog is disqualified from official recognition. Males typically range from 11 to 13 inches in height, with healthy males hitting 26 to 28 pounds, and females often plateauing at 22 to 24 pounds. Those distinctive bat ears that sparked the Westminster controversy remain the breed's hallmark, paired with a square head and unique roach back. Eyes must be dark and set wide apart. Blue eyes automatically disqualify a dog from AKC standards, making them part of what breeders call fad colors. Acceptable colors include fawn, cream, and various shades of brindle, while blue, lilac, Isabella, merle, or tan patterns result in show disqualification. The coat should be short, smooth, and shiny, showcasing their muscular build. These aren't arbitrary preferences. They're the direct legacy of those American society ladies who fought for breed recognition over a century ago. The body remains compact with a broad chest and well-rounded rib cage, creating that balanced, muscular appearance that defined the breed standard. Height stops growing at 9 to 10 months, while bone density and final mass develop until 12 to 14 months, meaning a French Bulldog reaches their full proportions by their first birthday. Every measurement traces back to those original breeding decisions, when American fanciers chose substance over size, creating a luxury companion perfectly suited for both urban penthouses and modern apartments. French Bulldogs thrive in apartments and shared living spaces because their exercise needs are modest compared to high-energy breeds. They prefer being close to their people and are content relaxing indoors rather than requiring a large yard. Adult Frenchies need around 60 minutes of physical activity daily, typically a short morning walk and a longer evening walk or playtime session of about 30 minutes each. Their brachycephalic, flat-faced structure means puppies especially benefit from shorter, controlled activity, making apartment routines a natural fit. The facial wrinkles that give Frenchies their charm require daily cleaning to prevent bacterial growth and odor. Their short, smooth coat sheds year-round and needs weekly brushing with a rubber grooming mitt or soft-bristled brush to remove loose hair before it settles on furniture. Temperature sensitivity is a critical care consideration. French Bulldogs struggle to regulate body temperature, so walks should happen during cooler parts of the day, generally below 70 degrees Fahrenheit. During summer months, playtime should move to air-conditioned spaces. When drying your Frenchie after bathing or swimming, use gentle towel patting rather than vigorous rubbing. These care requirements stem directly from the breeding decisions that created the modern French Bulldog. The aristocratic fanciers who fought for breed recognition established standards that would define responsible ownership for generations. Daily wrinkle maintenance, temperature-conscious exercise routines, and consistent grooming become non-negotiable for anyone considering this breed. The transformation from aristocratic status symbol to today's most popular breed came with serious trade-offs that every potential owner must understand. Brachycephalic airway syndrome, BAS, represents a critical and widespread health concern predominantly affecting French Bulldogs and other flat-faced breeds. The same flat faces that charmed Parisian society ladies create life-threatening airway obstructions. These dogs often exhibit several anatomical abnormalities: stenotic nares, significantly narrowed nostrils that impede airflow, elongated soft palate, excessively long for the shortened airways, obstructing entry to the trachea, and hypoplastic trachea, an abnormally narrow windpipe that further restricts airflow. According to one study, French Bulldogs are more likely to develop over 20 common health disorders compared to other breeds. Lifespan presents another sobering reality. The AKC lists average life expectancy at 10 to 12 years, though this varies significantly based on breeding practices and care quality. Among Bulldog breeds, French Bulldogs live longer than English Bulldogs, which average 8 years, but responsible breeding and proper management are essential to reaching even these modest lifespans. The snoring that owners find endearing is actually a symptom of respiratory distress, a chronic struggle that many owners accept as normal for the breed rather than recognizing as a sign of suffering. The aristocratic breeding decisions that created today's French Bulldogs also eliminated their working abilities entirely. French Bulldogs cannot swim. Their heavy bodies, oversized heads, and short legs make them sink rapidly in water. This isn't inconvenient, it's life-threatening. Pool drownings occur in seconds, making constant supervision around water absolutely essential. What seems normal for the breed represents the legacy of those aristocratic fanciers who prioritized appearance over function, creating companions whose very existence requires careful management of temperature, exercise, and environment. Ownership demands commitment, climate control to prevent heat stroke, restricted exercise during warm months, regular veterinary monitoring, and constant vigilance around water. These aren't minor inconveniences, they're the daily reality of living with a breed shaped by a century of choices that valued looks over health. Subscribe for more breed deep dives and check out our Golden Retriever Guide next. It's all about America's former favorite. But before you go, we want to hear from you. Whether you're already a French Bulldog parent or considering bringing one home, share your experiences in the comments below. Have you dealt with any of the health challenges we discussed? What advice would you give to new Frenchie owners about managing their breathing issues or keeping them cool in hot weather? And if you're thinking about getting a French Bulldog, what concerns do you have after learning about their health needs? Your stories and questions help build a community where we can all learn from each other. Because every Frenchie deserves the best possible care, and every owner deserves to know what they're signing up for. Drop a comment, and let's keep this conversation going.